Well, hey, you guys. Hey, welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, my name is Diane Cole, and I get to do our makeover look very noir. And this is for our Mary Kate makeover contest that we're doing. And this look I have it printed out, and I'm going to go through the instruction of how to do it. And this is a really fun contest, you guys, because we get to teach it. So we're showing you how to do it. But then what you get to do is download on your phone this app. You go and you search your app store for Mary Kay. And then, you want to look for a Mirror Me app. It's called Mirror Me. Okay. And so you download that. And what is so fun is that you get in really good lighting. You go into the app, and then the 6 Mary Kay looks that we can use during this contest will be up at the bottom of your screen. Okay. And so like once you get in, you say you're a customer, it's like, you get in and everything. They're at the bottom of the screen. If you are looking to add any additional products, you can go to the 3 lines in the upper left-hand corner, add your foundation on, which is what I just put on. So my skin was already prepped with skincare. I just added some of our CC cream and my Time-Wise Luminous foundation just to kind of, have the canvas set before we add the color. And so what is neat is you will get to try the look from the Mirror Me app. And when you find a look that you absolutely love, and what I would recommend is taking your picture right in the app on several looks, but you do want to make sure you write down which look, the name of the look with the picture, okay? And it will ask you when you go ahead and upload your picture and stuff, like it is going to ask you about your foundation shade and stuff. So even for the look, you can add the look first. You can hit the thing, hit foundation, put some foundation on. It puts it right behind your look. You can start with foundation. It is a really, really cool thing. What is neat, and I was hoping that I had printed it, and I did not. Basically, this is what they're going to go for. It's about level 10 confidence. It's trying the look, and it's coming up with a creative caption on why that look makes you feel confident. And so for our new moms out there, maybe you're putting it on and you're like, oh, I feel like a human again. Maybe it's an empty nester who is like, transition, but okay, this makes me feel really good. Maybe it's just that, you're just passionate and determined, and you just want your look hooked, and you're like, that's why it makes me feel amazing. So you come up with that creative idea, okay? And caption. The key after watching one of these videos is getting with your beauty consultant, because she's got questions to ask you, which is what is going to validate this whole contest, okay? So it's like you will send her the pictures, or she'll ask you the questions, and then you guys will go back to the app and you will upload your picture and you'll go from there. Okay. All right. Enough. We're going to try this. So in our berry noir look, and I don't know that you'll be able to really see it. Can you see it? We're going to start off with an eyeshadow called Sunlit Rose. And so it gives you directions right on here if you're, if you, like for you to put the colors on, like say you're excited and you're like, okay, yes, I definitely want this, am I going to know where to put these? Yes, it's like paint by numbers. And so I'm going to take our all over brush, and it says, enhance your eyelids with the Chroma Fusion eyeshadow Sunlit Rose using the all over shadow brush. And so I'm going to go right across the lids on both eyes. And I don't know that you're going to be able to see it. So I'll come in a little. Okay. Next, we're going to use the Mary Kay smudger brush to apply the Mary Kay Chroma Fusion eyeshadow Merlot. And so I had to move some things around and grab my little smudger brush. Okay, so let's see. Sweep using a C motion technique that begins at the outer edges of your lash line and sweeps toward the center crease. So it's coming along that lash line and then bringing it up. And so I'm going to grab some more because I have olive skin. And so my foundation, I use a deep CC cream and I mix it with Bronze Warm 100. And so I want to be able to get enough color on there. And I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. So it's going to be a quick video. And it's hard to talk and do this at the same time. Okay, so I applied that. And here we go. I'm going to get my blending brushes out. And so you just kind of zhuzh it on the outer edge there. And so you can kind of see, get my eyes open. I have eyelash extensions on. And then you'll see me, depending on our time, put the mascara on the bottom lashes. Okay, so there's some eyeshadow color. For a truly captivating look, layer the application for enhanced intensity. So that's what I did. I added more because I wanted to be able to see that color in that outer edge. I have deep set eyes and close set eyes. So keeping it on this outer edge is going to give the illusion that my eyes are further apart. And let me just see if it has us blend. Okay, so it does have us use the Merlot on our lash line, but it does have us use, as I find it, my black waterproof eyeliner first. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And so our eyeliners and lip liners are all waterproof right now, and I love that. And they stay on. And losing some lashes as I do it. You know, the eyelash extension. Okay, so it goes on very easily, you guys. I love like the crayon feel of our liners. Okay, you can see. Okay, extra lash there. Okay, I'm going to try to go in order. And for more depth, okay, the black eyeliner. For added allure, sweep the Merlot along your lower lashes. And so I'm going to go back to Merlot and I'm going to dip into that. Go all the way over just for a little bit of that depth, which is pretty cool. Now, it's going to have me go to cheeks for the next part, but with me doing a full look, you guys, I'm going to do a little bit of our perfecting concealer underneath the eyes. Actually, that's the under eye corrector. Under eye corrector. This is the concealer. Just kind of add it in there. Hold on. And then I'm going to grab the foundation brush. And I just kind of zhuzh it again right in there. I'm going to go above the brows and just kind of create that light in the center of the face. Then I bring a little bit on the cheeks, right on that outer edge. Now the look itself is going to be the color. And what I'm doing with it is I'm doing my full look. Okay. And so I'm going to let that sit for a minute, and I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. And this is our brow kit. And so the very first square is the pomade, and I'm going to run it in the same direction as my hairs. And, pomade is a little bit of that kind of creamy gel. And it's going to grab color so that when I apply the color next, it is going to grab hold of it so that it keeps it right on our brows where we want it. Okay. So I added the brows, and now I'm going to add a little bit of the color. That was the pomade. And I start toward the back, and I just dust the shadow through the brows, and it stays on because of the pomade. And I'm going to go ahead and, on the Mirror Me app, you guys, you can, tap those 3 lines in the upper left-hand corner and go to brows, and you can enhance your brows on the app to kind of play with it to see, the different options we have, because we have a precision brow liner, we have the kit, we have a volumizing brow tint. So we really do have a good amount of brow products, and I love that. I'm going to take a little bit of our silky setting powder, and I'm just adding a few extra things that are not a part of the look, but it's what I do to get my face ready. So that's what I'm adding. And just going to tap it in. I'm using the silky setting powder as a bronzer or a contour. And so coming around, doing it underneath the cheekbone, around the outer edge, and then like number 3 over an E and a 3, whichever way that goes, backwards on the screen. Okay. All right. So that gets some powder on. Where I live, it's pretty humid. So being able to set the look to keep it feels really, really good. Okay. So with that, I'm going to close up my silky setting powder. And then we're going to go to Wineberry, which is the cheek color. And we have an amazing cheek brush. Here's the Wineberry color. And I'm just going to come right across. And so you can start around your cheekbone and bring it in. It's a really great, wine color, in that berry family. Light, it's not too dark. And there you go. Okay, so that's Wineberry on our cheekbones. And then we're going to go to lips. And so this is our berry lip liner. Again, it's waterproof. I fill it in. Okay. And And then, okay. So with that, usually what I try to do is give it some time to set for the look. It calls for, let's see, appleberry lipstick. And so I'm going to put it right on top, but you can wait a few minutes normally. It's a great color. Okay. Then a little clip in my hair. I'm going to pull that down, fluff it at the top. I left my hair curly today. And okay, so I think once you have kind of a, so it's a bold lip, and I'm trying to make sure that the coloring on my screen matches. Like I can still see where it's lit up underneath. So let me just see. I'm going to do a little bit of the highlighter on each side underneath. And then, it's kind of like I have this burgundy color dress on. I'm going to finish up with my earrings. And so what is so neat is that, I just talk through that whole look. And right now we're at 17 minutes of this recording. And so I think that's kind of cool too, that, you'll get faster when you learn where to apply the shadows for your eye shape and your face shape, like where your color is going to go, and refluff, curly hair look. Okay, so there we go. So this is one of the looks. So it is very noir. And so you can, it's one of those things, you guys, that if you are local to your beauty consultant, then you could see if she's doing sessions like these in person. Usually it's in person and in groups. And but this Mirror Me app, like, you are helping your beauty consultant get comfortable with the technology that we have, that we can help customers by putting the different, they can see what the look looks like on them. And we have taken pictures of ourselves, like using the app and then doing it in person like this. And it's been remarkable. I'm like, oh my gosh, it really works. And so, so we want to just really share that with you. And also here, this contest goes to the end of August. So we always like to share too. Some people get so excited about, the tips, the tricks that they're going to learn, that they're going to be taught, that someone's going to come alongside them in business. And they go, you know what? I think I want to be a brand ambassador in Mary Kay. I think I could get excited about trying some different looks and, just talking about them online and things like that. And joining us for our Zooms or our webinars or our Facebook Lives. And if that's the case, if that's you and you're curious, right now it's $35 to get started with Mary Kay, to dip your toe in, to look twice as good for half the price. And we are sharing, we have different Peek in a Pink sessions where we can share a little bit more about how we got started. Both Cindy and I are the sales directors of this group. And what is so fun is we started Mary Kay 30 some years ago, and it has just grown with us, changed with us. When I got started, I didn't have kids. And so then start bringing them into the world. My husband's job moved us around the country, and I got to do all that and continue to build my business and just be like active in all their sports and everything in their kids' lives. And now we're empty nesters. Now we're welcoming grandbabies into our family. And it's just the change just keeps getting better and better. And so I always like to just share a little bit like that, where, it could be something where you're like, I haven't thought of it. I'm going to add a little bit more translucent powder. I haven't really, thought of it, but, this sounds kind of cool. And then with supported, help and with you could even say, gosh, I'm not really all that great with technology. Well, I don't think any of us really were, but we're learning as we go. We're learning how to promote in person and online, and the options are just like endless, like how you do it. So we'd love to have a conversation with you. Just we could jump on the phone or jump on a Zoom, have a coffee, just sit and visit, answer any questions that you might have to see if it's a fit for you or not. We would so love to do it. But you guys, what I can tell you is that, I just covered this entire look of getting ready. It's 21 minutes. So we're going to finish a little bit early today. And what you get to do is follow up with your beauty consultant and get those questions that she'll have for you answered. And then when you fall in love with the picture, of which look you like on you, and then make sure you add the foundation onto your face so you can see what that looks like on you too. Then you can talk with your consultant, and then you can upload, then come up with that creative caption, that level 10 confident creative caption, and then go ahead and submit your name. So we'd love to have it. We'd love to have you have a group of people together where we teach this, and everybody can be sitting there, doing their phone too, and doing the Mirror Me app, and us doing makeover parties. So let your consultant know if you're excited to invite some friends, because we'd love to give you some free product. You guys, spoil you as a hostess for grabbing 3 to 5 to 8 of your most fun friends to share this with them as well. So that's what we have for you. Here we go. I think it worked out really well. Oh, you know what? The only thing I didn't do was I did not put mascara on the bottom of my lashes, which I might go ahead and just do that. And see if I can grab it quick. Yes. So I'm going to use our Great Heights mascara. And I can tell you that our lash intensity, coupled then with the Great Heights or our Panorama, are my favorites. So our Ultimate mascara is also incredible. But as far as the ones I use, lash intensity, and then I finish it up with a little bit of either this Great Heights here. Oh, so I touched the little edge, and I always teach you guys, if you can wait till it's dry, then it'll just flick off. There we go. All right, I had to add a little bit there. So, okay. Look at us. We're done. We're done early. Oh my gosh, here we are. So we look forward to seeing you on one of our next looks. We have all 6 of them are being featured. And so, so it is really, really neat. I don't know if you can see it, but you probably can't. But there's 6 different looks. We're going to teach how to use them. And you can play with them on the app and see how they go with your skin coloring. And we can just go from there. So thank you so much, you guys, for coming on. Let us know about the Peek into Pink, because we'd love to share a little bit more. All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay.